morning, everybody. This is the day everybody's been waiting for. Thanks for tuning in to Concrete with the Hosses. We're over here at the Morgan House, and we're finally getting this floor in. Mike did a great job getting it all ready. Just putting the final things together.
What is this, about a 20-yard bore, this part?
This figures 20 yards exactly, yeah. So hopefully we don't come up short. I have 20 yards of concrete. I got 4 extra yards of color. So if we do come up short, we can call and get concrete coming as quick as we can. But I think we'll make it.
Yeah.
I think we're all on heat tubes. So we have to drag this hose around. So we put these pans underneath the couplings because, I mean, the worst thing that could happen is we damage these heat tubes and then the whole system doesn't work. You got to cut up the floor. And one other thing we're going to do, and actually don't tell Mike this, we've never done this before. We're going to wood plank stamp right here in front of the door, as well as rolled slate the main body. So we're going to do those together all in one pour.
Now, will this set up quick on a day like today in here?
It will. It's getting pretty warm already. We have all the windows open. I brought a big fan, so we'll get that plugged in here in a minute. We should have done that, but we didn't do it yet. But it's going to set up pretty fast. Well, just after 8 o'clock, we got 20 yards on the ground, colored sandstone. Everything went real good. This pumper crew that we have, they send 2 guys out, one guy lead on the hose, the other guy helper, so that it really goes fast. From the time we start pumping, we don't have to shut it off until the truck's empty. That's how good he puts it on the ground for us. And then, of course, you saw how my crew works. They're top notch, and I really don't have to do that much.
That's a nice tumbler you got there.
How about that, huh? I know a guy.
You know. So how long do you think before you can get on it now?
It won't be too long. We're going to start prepping around the edge. We'll hit it with the Fresno once, but it's so far back there, the weight of the handle, sometimes it leaves a line on the edge of that. So I don't know how far in we'll go with that. Excuse me. And we'll just get on sliders and clean it all up. We're going to start roll slating one end and wood plank stamp the other.
You're going to do that at the same time?
Same time.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey everybody, I just wanted to say while we had a minute, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate everybody joining and watching the channel, watching it grow. Thanks for all your comments. A lot of them are very helpful for me to guide the channel into what I should be doing. I'm working on the microphone thing, as well as just wanted to say, when we're out here working, concrete's number one. Our customers have to come before the channel. So concrete's first, and then recording and videoing is second. So if I miss something, if I stumble on something, please bear with me. We'll get it on a future video.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of your videos, almost every video, and you stay really calm through the whole thing. You know, I was a blaster for years, and some people get all worked up and nervous. You know, you might be blasting next to a building and you're preparing all day for something that's going to be over in a second,
Yeah.
but you only have one chance at it. And the same thing is what you're doing. You only have one chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Really, you'd hate to have to tear something out or if something was
Yeah.
screwed up. But to be able to video what you do while you're doing it is definitely not easy. You know what I mean? It's
Well, the videoing of it is new to me, but 30 years ago, I wasn't this calm person. I would yell, I would panic, and that doesn't do anybody any good.
Right.
So if you're new out there to the business, you got to keep your cool.
I used to be the same way.
You know,
Yeah.
That just comes with experience and age.
Yeah. Getting excited doesn't get you anywhere.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. I'm right in between the transition, one truck and two, so it's a little bit wet. Tommy's spraying the first truck with the liquid release, and we're going to get started putting the slink texture on. We're going to reach in the windows and catch his back corner, but he's going to hit the middle while he's there. He'll put it on nice and heavy. In here, it's not going to evaporate real quick. It should stay wet for a long time. In the direct sun, you got to spray it and you only have minutes, but in here it should stay wet pretty long. Matt's got the little wheel going around the different utility pipes. Tommy spraying in the window. And Jim, what a great idea this morning, taking the screens out. I didn't even think about that. And that's what I like about my crew is everybody thinks. Because I can't think of everything. My kids, Matt, Steve, Jim, everybody thinks of something each day that helps out.
Right.
So first truck's about done rolled. We're going to get on stamping shortly. It couldn't be going better. There's my man Elliot. He's with us for a couple days a week during the summer, and his job is just as important as anybody else's, just keeping this stuff cleaned, neat and orderly. So we really appreciate him being here.
Boy, if you didn't take care of it, you'd have a mess at the next one.
It's a mess, yeah, and it happens. It's a constant struggle. We have 3 different work trucks going, and so many times all the tools are in one truck. Whichever one's closest to the job gets all the tools. And, you know, we're splitting up constantly, so left behind tools get put in the last truck. We've tried color coding, numbering, everything. If anybody has any information on how to keep tools
In the right truck.
yeah, I gladly listen to it. It's just a constant battle. You just got to stay up on it.
Why do you spray the stamps? Just to keep them clean?
So the concrete doesn't stick to them. We spray the concrete, spray the stamps. Now when you stamp them, you can pick them up and you don't get any stickage.
Gotcha.
And then next round, we'll put color to that and we'll spray it. And that'll be the secondary color on your wood plank stamp.
All right, Tom, how's it going in here?
It's going good. The corner's a little bit tight, but they're going in good. We're working down our tool cut line at 8 foot off the wall. And once we get out of this corner, well, we're halfway done and it's going really good.
It's a good move coming through the window.
this is a floppy, a skinny. There's no mortar joints on it, just impression mortar joints. I'm just talking masonry. You can see very little effort, it's going in nice. And we texture down this wall, 2 more stamps, it's all done. Everybody has their little things they look for, their little quirks. Mine is when we're done, I hate it, and it happens, and I hate it. It drives me crazy when we get an arc in these wood plank stamps. I like to look down that joint and see it perfectly straight. So take a look. As soon as Matt gets out of the way.
Yep.
Okay, so we're done here for today. Wood plank is done, rolled's done, everything's drying. So I'm going to come back tonight and we'll spray our, what do we use? Kalina Tan antiquing on here for our two-tone coloring. The wood plank, it settles in the grain and highlights that grain. We'll get all that on today. Tomorrow morning we saw cut and then clean that up, and tomorrow afternoon, late day, probably it's Friday, probably around 4 o'clock, we'll come in and put the sealer on. We'll do 2 light coats like we always do, and that should be plenty.
Now, when you saw cut this, how deep do you go? Just 3/4 because of the tube?
Yeah, not much. Yeah, just scoring it. 3/4 of an inch, you're right on there.
That's one thing I do like. This stuff's kind of a pain to put down, but I like how that tubing stays low. You know what I mean?
Nothing moved, nothing floated. I don't think we have to worry at all about hitting a tube.
Yeah, I noticed that. It all stays in place real nice.
Yep.
But man, you guys cranked this out. You did.
What time is it?
I don't even know.
10:30.
That's amazing.
Only 4 messages.
All right, we'll see you later on tonight.
Right. Thanks again for tuning in. See you on the next one.